Welcome to another edition of Crypto Corner. It is December 30th, so we're almost through the year. This will be our last show for this year, and super excited about 2024, where we think we're going to do a lot of great things. We think that the market does some good things, and so without any other thoughts, let's run and see where we are. For those just joining the channel, we've had a lot more activity, so I just like to go over this. What is our philosophy? We're looking at a safe, a secure, and sleep. How do those three fall in? We want to use safe coins. Now, I will be addressing some non-safe coins in this because people are asking for them. But if you look at our overall portfolio, you look at what we're trying to do, we're trying to use some really stable coins to do good things, like double and triple our money in the next year. What's secure? We're using Coinbase mostly. It's not that we don't use others, but Coinbase is secure as you get in the US. And then what's our last criteria is we want to be able to sleep at night. So when we're doing our crypto trading, we don't have to check it every day. We don't have to do all these other things. What we want to do is we want to start out with a good base, and then we want to move that base and we want to farm and we want to accumulate more coins, and then we want to be ready for the bull run. So hopefully you're ready for this, and we're going to keep moving. So with our philosophy being safe, secure, and able to sleep, what you'll see is that this list of coins, there's a lot of very stable coins on it: Dot, Atom, Matic, Sol, Bitcoin, ETH. Now, when you go below that level, now you're getting into more riskier coins. So Veracity, Super, Render, Gala, STX, and Quant, and Analos. Now, Analos is one that we've added, but we don't really recommend to buy. It's unless you can get it at 0.0002, and you have to be on another exchange, and you have all of these things. But if you're trying to learn how to do some of these things, it might be worth it to go try one of these. Like, this is a meme coin, so it's, in my opinion, it's going to probably go way up and then come way back down. Could do it in the same day. So in my opinion, dangerous. Watch out for danger around every corner. It's a wild west. So now let's go back to what are we really doing? What is our thought for the day? It's actually two things. One, we have unstaked 75% of our dot, and we've unstaked 50% of our atom. So we have decided to do this because we feel like there will be one more correction in January to February, and so we're going to unstake. And right now, we bought a lot of our dot at 478, some much lower than that. Atom we bought at 916, a lot we bought lower than that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, and we've been staking it at 11% on Coinbase. With that staking, we have gained more and more coins. So now we're going to take 50% of that overall number of dot, and then and atom, and we're going to take that and move it, sell it, and then we think as it comes back down, we'll buy. And if we don't, if we're not able to buy at those levels, then we'll layer in as we go up. We hope that's actually the case. It would be great if we just went up from here, but we all know that that's not how it works. We're currently on a little bit of a correction. Dot being as high as 880, and atom being over 12. So but we feel we got some time in here. We can sell. So we'll just use Atom as our example. We can sell Atom at 1109. We think we can buy it back in the 9 range, and if we can do that, then we're getting 20% more coins towards our bull run. We are not looking to get rid of those coins. We're looking to add to them. So make sure you're understanding that. The If you move down, you'll see that we have already sold our super. We have a lot of cash sitting on the sidelines because we did exactly what we said we were going to do. All of these coins have gone up. We want to go ahead and sell them and then buy back. We're not looking, our total dollars in our account is staying the same. We have not pulled any out yet. We won't do that until probably into 2024, maybe halfway through the year. And then we'll let you know how we're layering out as well. Um, so here, this is the first part. So we're on staking. If you're following us, we're on staking our dot and our atom. We're going to sell, let's just say 50% of it. Then and so we left 50% to be staked through this whole thing. So we're still accumulating at 11%, 50% of our so now the next part that you want to look at is so what else are we doing? So because we have cash on the sidelines and a lot of our coins, if you look at most of these coins, you'll see the sold column over on the left. You'll see that we've sold a lot of these coins because they hit the right numbers. Like Dot, in some cases, we sold at almost double what we started at. And Atom, we definitely sold at double. And you look at, Matic at 50 to 75 and we're at 97, it's been over $1. We'll look to sell some of those because we want to buy them cheaper. And do we hit the top? We're not looking for the top. Do we hit the bottom? We're not looking for the bottom. We want to be steady, steady wins the race. Um, Super, we would love to be buying back in. We will buy back in if it gets below 60 cents now to 50 cents. We were hoping it was going back to 20, but it does not look like it's going there. So, but again, we were buying that at 10 cents. We were telling you to buy it at 10 cents. The next thing that we're going to look at today is if all of these coins that are on here have kind of had gains, minus Gala, which we're starting to look to buy back. You'll see that's green over on the right hand side. Um, you'll see that like we don't want to just sit in cash. We want to be doing to deploy that cash. So um, last time I gave you guys a new list. Here's that list. Some of these you can get on Coinbase, some of them you cannot. One of them that you can get on Coinbase is Jasmy. So we're going to take a deeper dive into Jasmy today. Why are we looking at it? What do we think can happen with it? Where is it going? And you can see that if we had a $500 portfolio, we would be putting over 10% into Jasmy, and we think that that's the right number to be putting in the portfolio. So now let's just go on a little bit here and say, what are the use cases? Well, is Jasmy safe? That's one of the things that we look at. It's got 174 in the top 200 ranking, so that's another safety factor. The supply out there is 48 billion. And I'm not going to read this to you because I know that you guys can read. But some things that I think are important is trading down 98% from an all-time high is is right where we want to be. And we would love it for it to be a little lower, but at the same time, the closer it gets to zero, the more the risk factor goes up that it could go to zero. Maybe they can't get financing, maybe they can't get some other things. So but we'll be farming it. You've seen other videos. Go back and watch our other videos on how to farm. And so we'll be buying at the 6 to 8.5. If it goes to 0.0095 or 0.01, we will probably sell off some of them. And you can see on the right hand side over here what we're thinking. Its all-time high was 479, and we don't believe it goes back there. Um, but we do believe that it could go to zero point 0.1, which would be, three decimal places. And at 0.05, that's up 700% from where we are currently. So we want that kind of activity. Do we think that it'll go there? We're not 100% sure, but this is just an outline. And what you always have to do is you have to start with an outline. I'm buying a coin. When should I sell it? At what levels? You should always be doing that. And then you don't get married to these coins. They're coins. Most of them will go to zero at some point. What we're doing is saying before that happens, where do we think this can go? What's the use case? Why do people want these coins, right? One of the downsides to this is there's no staking on Coinbase on this coin. If there was, that would be another huge incentive to do it. Um, Okay. It's although I spelt it wrong, I see that now. Consider Japan's Bitcoin. Um, this is why we're looking still at Jasmy, enabling users to control their data so that they have a stake in it themselves. They can see where it goes, where how it goes, what part of the blockchain it's on, and where does it run? It's in the ERC20 based token, and it's running on the Ethereum blockchain. What else are we thinking? Um, if you believe, not if I believe, not if someone else believes, but if you believe that Jasmy can go up, then that's part of your use case. Why would you think it would go up? We think it's because it's a profitable company. They're already making revenue. So when these companies, and a lot of them don't for a long time, they don't make revenue. Jasmy is already making revenue. Japan is using this coin a lot. And and a lot of analysts, if you go on, will say that they are predicting 5 times growth in 24. It's down from its all times high, so your risk factor's down, and you have a higher risk reward. And we own over 1 million Jasmine coins right now, bought at 0.007 and below. And we're going to buy till 0.0085. And that just gives you, that's what we're doing. Don't do what we're doing. Do what you think is right. Do what you're convicted to do. And then just make sure, like, we're throwing Jasmy, and, next time I'll put an update in here. Jasmy falls, in my opinion, because it's in the top 200, it could fall into that 20%. So Adam, Dot, Jasmy, they're all in the same group, and so we'll add those to the orange group, and we want to keep that number. So that's why, like, if you were to go back and look at what I had said earlier, is maybe 10%, 20% of your portfolio could be in this, but again, that's up to you. You can change these numbers. You could make this 35%. You could make it 40%. And there's times that I flexed it a little bit because I believe enough in the coin to do that. I don't do it with the 5%. They always keep my 5% as really rigid. So even though, if you go back and look at Analos, it's a meme coin, and it's probably, again, I don't know what it's going to do. There's a lot of people hyping it, but there's always a lot of people hyping it. So to me, I don't want to just buy in because everyone you hear is hyping it. Because how many times do you go and look for the opposite? I'm looking for a reason not to buy this. It's a meme coin. There's a reason not to buy it. Secondly, how much money am I putting in? Oh, I'm only putting in 2% of my overall portfolio. Could I afford to lose that? Probably. But what's my risk reward for it? Then I look at that and go, but wouldn't I rather put some of that money into Jasmy until that hits the 20%? I would. That's our personal opinion on for us. And the so the last thing is, I really would like to thank everyone for the journey that we're on, and the thought process that we are looking to double or triple our money in the next year. We're not looking to go 20 times, 50 times, 100 times. That would all be nice. And we already have some basis to say that we are well on our way to getting to that 2 to 3 times our money. We've already seen it in Super. We've seen it in Veracity. We've seen it in Dot. We've seen it in Atom. Um, we sold Soul at a higher rate. So what we're really looking at is how fast can we get to 2 or 3 times? And then where are we in the bull run to maybe expanding that number to 4 times or 5 times? What do we think is left in the run? What do we think is left in what we're doing, how we're doing it? And we hope that you're getting something out of this, that you're smashing the like. We are getting more and more views, so I really thank you guys for that. And I'm going to be doing some in between videos because people have asked for that. A lot of people asked when I made the list, people asked for Jasmine specifically. So that's why I did a little deeper dive, and hopefully you guys look at that and say, okay, now I can base some of my homework off that, but I have to go do my own homework. And we hope that you guys had a great holiday. We hope that your new year is safe, and that 2024 is the year that we just break out and we do some great things, double and triple our money. And the long-term prognosis is once we do that, then we're just going to set a new goal because it's just fun to do. And we have the capability and the mindset that says we will know where we are in the run and what we should be doing at those different points. So smash the like button. Really need the likes for the channel to keep moving forward. Need more people to subscribe if you would. So if you could do any of that, that would be great. And if you have any comments, please leave them. Like I said, the comments this time led to the Jasmy, uh, deep dive. So hope that you guys have a great new year, and we'll talk to you again soon.